I'm Prudence Mooney, Director of the International Engagement Team in the Office for Women. I'm very happy to join you again for your web conference and provide an update on preparations for 2020. Throughout 2020, UN Women will build on galvanising moments in the 21st century women's rights movement. This includes the 5th anniversary of the Global Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, the 10th anniversary of UN Women's establishment as the global champion for the empowerment of women and girls, the 20th anniversary of UN Security Council Resolution 1325 on women, peace and security, and the 25th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action. My focus for this update is the Beijing Declaration and Platform for Action of 1995, the most visionary agenda for the empowerment of women and girls everywhere. Developed at the Fourth World Conference on Women in Beijing, China, known as the largest ever gathering of gender equality advocates, the Beijing Platform for Action was adopted by 189 governments committed to taking strategic, bold action in 12 critical areas of concern: poverty, education and training, health, violence, armed conflict, economy, power and decision-making, institutional mechanisms, human rights, media, environment and the girl child. In 2020, it will be 25 years since the Beijing Platform for Action set out how to remove the systemic barriers that hold women back from equal participation in all areas of life, whether in public or in private. UN Women stands at the centre of mobilising governments and civil societies to keep the promises of the Beijing Platform for Action to all of society. ESCAP, the UN Regional Commission for Asia and the Pacific, is leading the regional review for us in close collaboration with UN Women. The Asia Pacific High-Level Intergovernmental Meeting on Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment, the Beijing +25 review, will take place 25 to 28 November in Bangkok this year. Together with ESCAP, UN Women is working towards an inclusive regional Beijing review process that provides clarity on areas which this region's member states and other development stakeholders need to focus to accelerate the realisation of the commitments of the Beijing Platform for Action, as well as the 2030 agenda of the SDGs. UN Women is leading the engagement of civil society partners within the region. They are collaborating with leading civil society partners to facilitate the establishment of a Beijing +25 Regional Civil Society Steering Committee, which will spearhead civil society engagement in the national and regional review processes, including the November meeting in the lead up to CSW64 and the Global Gender Forum. UN Women will work with the Steering Committee on developing a roadmap and set of activities to be undertaken, and amongst UN Women's key priorities, they will be targeting a 2-day convening of regional and national civil society organisations immediately prior to the November meeting to provide a forum through which UN Women's partners can discuss issues arising from the national reviews and agree on key areas of concern and focus, as well as key messages for the ministerial segment of the November meeting. UN Women will also be seeking the inputs of civil society partners on the focus and content of the November outcome document, together with ESCAP and engaging with you on a regional communication strategy that targets collective advocacy and social mobilisation around the Beijing +25 review process. My team and I look forward to working with you to prepare for Beijing +25.